Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Michael Vick. He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. First carry now for Ricky Williams. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Vick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Owens, 63 yards, and the Browns have taken the early lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush, and then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room to roam now. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They give it off here to the tight end. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Evades him at the 20. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now McCoy. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the 1st.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point right down the middle. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They begin the drive with Williams. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And the tackle there by Chris Long.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey, let's go! Base 24!
On second down, Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Vick on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Flex round! Flex round!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the pressure right. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Quick, quick!
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Curse in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. Here's Jackson. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. LeGarrette Blount, touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Browns getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Vick operating on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Vick again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Michael Vick. He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And